So in this video I'll be explaining to you the concept of indentation and blocking. So see, these two concepts are related to each other. See, whenever you're writing a code, the code is in blocks. For example, let us see right now. For example, let us say that we are taking some input from the user. For example, we are taking input of his age, right? So it can be like age int input enter your age. This is the input that we have taken from the user. Now we have to do two things. First of all, we have to check if the age is greater than 18 or not, right? If first of all, let us say if the age is greater than 18, then we can say that the user is eligible to drive. Now see, this statement, the statement that we have to print is what? That the user is eligible to drive. This statement will be executed when? This statement will be executed only if the age is greater than 18. So this statement should be inside a block which is executed only if the age is greater than 18, right? So see, what is block? Block is a piece of code. So for example, see, I will write over here print you are eligible to drive, right? We can write something like print apply for driving license, right? So see, these two lines of code, in these two lines of code we have left some space before the print command, right? We have left some space before the print command. What does this space tell us? This space tells us that these two commands are inside this if condition. If this if condition is true, only then these two conditions will be then only these two lines will be executed. If this if condition is not true na, then these two lines will not be executed. So these two lines form a block of code. These two lines form a block of code, and this block of code is executed only if this condition is true. Otherwise these two lines will not be executed, right? So this is what a block of code means. And how do you create a block of code? You create a block of code by using indentation. So see, we have given indentation over here. Now how do you give indentation, right? Let us say I want to write another sentence, something like here I want to check if for some reason he is male or female, right? I want to check if it is greater than 18, then I want to check if it is male or or else I want to check if he wants a two-wheeler license or a four-wheeler license, right? So I am taking an input 2 or 4 from the user. So again I can write something like wheeler is equal to int input two wheeler or four wheeler, right? This is the question that I am asking to the user. What he wants a license for? Does he want a license for two-wheeler or he wants a license for four-wheeler? So again I can write a condition over here. If wheeler is equal to 2. See, I have explained in the previous lecture why we have to write equal to 2 times. Now see, when I press enter, again see, there is now two indentations. There is one indentation over here. This shows that this line is inside this if condition, and there is another indentation over here which shows that this code is also inside this. So it is like putting something inside a box which is already inside a box, right? So that is why these are known as blocks. We are putting a block inside another block, right? So over here we can write print uh, go for two-wheeler license, right? So this is how you can do this. This is known as, now this will become a block of code, this block of code is inside this if condition, and this entire block of code is inside this if condition. Right? Now how to give this indentation? Now see, when we are typing we get indentation automatically, but for some reason imagine that you have lost this indentation. You shouldn't use the space bar. Okay, you might do like this, you might put 4 spaces, then again you might put 4 spaces, then you will get 8 spaces. Never ever in Python use spaces in the beginning. Okay, do not use spaces in the beginning. You only have to use tab. Okay, on your keyboard above caps lock there is a tab button, right? So if I press tab once I get one indentation, if I press tab again I get second indentation, right? So for indentation we have to use tabs, we cannot use spaces. See, if I use spaces over here now, I will use spaces again, I will type something, print uh, good luck. Okay, let us type something like this, right? And now if I save this and if I run this, if I enter age, okay, I entered age which was less than 18, so nothing happened. So I will again run, I will hit 21. What do you apply, two-wheeler or four-wheeler? If I hit two-wheeler, I am getting go for two-wheeler license, good luck, right? In ideally it automatically converts your tabs and spaces into one another, but this might not be true for all IDLEs, right? Some IDLEs do not allow for spaces over here. For example, in your Pydroid, if you put tabs and spaces, if you mix tabs and spaces, it will give you an error. So always remember, do not put spaces over here, do not put spaces over here, do not put it like this. Okay, putting it like this will give you an error in your code. What you should do, rather than putting spaces over here, you should press tab 2 times, then you will get indentation. So the two main things which I wanted to explain to you in this video were how to give indentation. Whenever you are giving indentation you have to use the tab button. Why do we give indentation? We give indentation to put a code inside a block. What is a block of code? A block of code is a certain set of lines which will be executed only in a certain condition. For example, these 2 lines are a block of code and will be executed only if wheeler is equal to 2. These all lines are a block of code and these will be only executed if age is greater than 18. Right? Now see, if I put over here something like else, sorry, I will put elif, right? Elif wheeler is equal to 4. And what we have to print? We have to print go for four-wheeler license, right? So this is what this command is now only inside this elif command, right? Now see, now I will again go back, right? This is what this, now we are out of the elif but we are inside this block again. We are here now, our indentation is here, so we are in this if block, but I want to come out of this if block also, so I'll again press back. Now I will type elif age is greater than 16. If age is greater than 16, see where did I type this elif? This is in the same line as if, this is in the same line as if. So if this part, this entire part is inside this, imagine that there is some kind of a box around this, imagine that there is some kind of a box around this. Okay, so this is a box of code which will be executed only if age is greater than 18. Elif age is greater than 16, then what will happen? Then we can say print you are not eligible for driving license, print you are eligible for learner's license, right? Sorry, I shouldn't put a learner's, license, right? So what does this mean? This is another block of code. These two lines are another block of code. And when will these two lines be executed? These two lines will be executed only if age is greater than 16. Right? So how did we know that this is another block of code? Because we put indentation over here. This indentation tells us that this entire block of code is 1 and this will be executed only if age is greater than 16. Right? So a single block of code should have same indentation. Right? So this is how we got it. Now if we want to print something, if his age is not even greater than 16, we can print you are not eligible to drive. Right? This statement will be executed only if his age is less than 16. And see, in the end I will write print thank you. Right? Now see, where have I written this? I have written this at the very start. There is no indentation in front of it. Right? So this line will be executed no matter what. Even if the age is greater than 18. If age is greater than 18, all of this will take place. After all of this takes place, directly the code will go and print thank you. If the age is greater than 16, then these things will take place, then it will print thank you. Else this line will be printed and it will print thank you. Okay, so see, we will run this code and put in all three conditions. Right? First of all, what we will do, we will put age is equal to 18. We will put age is equal to 20. Okay, so see, what did it do? It went inside this if condition. It went inside this first if condition. Why did it go inside the first if condition? Because the age was greater than 18 na? So it printed this line, you are eligible to drive. Then it printed this line, apply for driving license. Then it has printed this two-wheeler or four-wheeler and it is waiting for us to input something. Now if I press four-wheeler and I press enter, if I put four-wheeler, is wheeler is equal to 2? No, we have put 4 na. So it will not go inside this block. It will go directly to this block and it will print go for four-wheeler license. Okay, let me press enter. See, it printed go for four-wheeler license. And immediately after go for four-wheeler license, it had gone in this if condition na? So it did not go into elif, it did not go into else, it directly went to print thank you. See, I will again repeat, go and check the last video to make sure that you have understood the if elif else concept. If any one condition becomes true, then the other conditions are not checked. It directly goes to the end of the program. Okay, it doesn't check for the other conditions. Because age was greater than 18, it did not check this condition, it did not check this condition. Okay, on the other hand, we will again run this code. See, again run this code. Now we will put age as 17. Is 17 greater than 18? No, na. So see, it will not go in this block. This block will not be run. Why? Because age is only 17. Okay. See, as soon as I press enter, age is not greater than 18. Na? So see, what did it do? It did not go over here. Where did it go? It went directly over here. It went into this condition. What did it print? You are not eligible for driving license. You are eligible for learner's license. And after the completion of this block of code, it directly went to the last line. Print thank you. That is why it printed thank you. See, thank you is being printed no matter what. Even if I go for an age less than 16 also. Okay, I will just run it once more and I will put age as 5. See, it is going to, what is it going to print? It is 5 greater than 18? No, so it is not going to go inside this. Is 5 greater than 16? No, so it is not going to print this. So it is directly going to print this line and it is going to print this line. Okay, so see, it printed you are not eligible to drive. It printed this line and it printed thank you. Right? So this is how if else uses this concept of blocking. What is block? A block is a piece of code which is executed only under a certain condition. And how do we achieve blocking? We achieve blocking using indentation. How do we do indentation? To do indentation, never press the spacebar 4 times. Never press the spacebar 4 times. If you press the spacebar 4 times, it is possible that you might get an error. Okay, so you should never press spacebar 4 times. Rather than pressing spacebar 4 times, what you should do? You should always press tab. Okay, it is above your caps lock. Press tab once. One tab is equal to 4 spaces. Okay, so hopefully you have understood the importance. Always remember, in Python, never put spaces in the beginning of a line. Never put spaces in the beginning of a line. Okay, only use tabs if you want to give indentation. Okay, so hopefully this much is clear to you. Thank you.